What's up, everybody? This is Dr. Nick with Leverage Media, and today I want to talk to you about how you can grow your YouTube channel in 2020. So YouTube is an interesting thing when it comes to chiropractors. For local practices, it's probably not the channel that I would recommend spending the most time on, like really until you've mastered Facebook, Instagram, and Google search. I'd stay focused on those. But once you have, really like feel like you've squeezed all the juice out of that, then you can always add YouTube into the mix. Now, for a local practice, it's a little bit different because the strategies that work for national companies don't always translate for local businesses. So for this video, I'm going to be talking mainly around if you want to create, this will help a lot for people that want to do online practices where they could take patients from anywhere in the world. Also, if you've seen, there's a few different people on YouTube that are becoming kind of, I don't know if they're well known, but they have millions of views, mostly for like extreme adjustments. But so these would work really well for if you're trying to do something like that, if you're looking to monetize off of YouTube, but mainly for the online practitioners. This is who I'm making this video for. So we're going to do 5 different tips. So the first tip is going to be focus in on a single topic. If you're really trying to become well known for treating diabetes, then you really need to stay focused around all things diabetes. I wouldn't do diabetes and then also detox and also Alzheimer's and also musculoskeletal conditions. Just stay focused around one topic. The people that subscribe to the channel will expect that the content is around that topic. YouTube will have an easier time promoting you when people are searching for things if you're known for that one thing. So for example, the reason I'm making this video today is because I'm in the midst of really overhauling the Dr. Nick Silveri YouTube page as well as the Leverage Media YouTube page. And so I'm just learning things along the way and thought I would share. If you haven't checked that out, please go to Dr. Nick Silveri or Leverage Media and subscribe. The second one is going to be really paying attention to your titles, your keywords, and your tags and your description. So with the titles, tags, and descriptions, that's what's going to tell YouTube and also Google what this video is about. So the nice part about Google owning YouTube is that as people consume more and more content or more and more video content, Google is going to start showing more YouTube videos in the search engine result pages. When that happens, they're going to draw from which videos they think are the most relevant from YouTube for the thing that is being searched for. So you need to make sure that the titles are going to be around things that people are actively searching for. The closer they can be to the keywords they're searching for, the better. The tags that you use need to, you be pretty consistent, especially that's another thing about using a single topic is that you'll be able to use a lot of the same tags across your videos and maybe use 80% the same and then 20% changed up depending on what the content of the video is. And then the third thing is going to be the descriptions. That's where you can link back to your website. You could link to any landing pages or any like the online course, whatever you're wanting to promote in there, you want to have your links. You also want to transcribe the video using either Rev, which can get a little bit expensive, especially if you do a longer video. Some of the videos on my Dr. Nick page are an hour or more long, like if they're interviews or my Ask Dr. Nick show. So those with anything maybe like under 15 minutes, I'd probably recommend Rev just because that's going to be the most accurate. Anything above that, I would use Temi. I think it's Temi. and that'll be a cheaper way for you to get transcription. It may not be as accurate. It's not a person that's actually doing it. It's they use AI, so that one won't be as accurate, but it'll be close enough. And especially for YouTube, because nobody goes and reads the transcriptions, it's really more for the algorithm and when they crawl your page. The third thing is going to be make sure, like, put some effort into your thumbnail. There's easy to use tools now to create thumbnails. So even if you're not a designer, things like Canva that make it very simple to make a nice looking thumbnail. But that's going to be the thing that usually gets people to click. Like if there's 7 videos that pop up for, all natural diabetes treatments, there might be 7 videos that pop up, the thumbnail that grabs their eye, even though maybe it's not in the first position, it's 3rd or 4th, it might still get the click because the thumbnail attracts the eye. So be sure to spend a little bit of time there. And there's all kinds of free tools or cheap tools that will allow you to simplify that, even if you don't know what you're doing. The fourth one is going to be make sure that you're promoting your videos on social media. So, if people, you want to show up when people are searching on YouTube, but if you have an audience on Facebook or if you have an audience on Instagram and you make a video, say on the 10 tips to reverse diabetes naturally, you might do like a little shortened video for Facebook or Instagram that you can promote the full video and say, if you want to check out the full video, go to my YouTube channel. So anything you can do to push more traffic to that video is going to give YouTube a signal that it's a valuable video and that people are going to care about that content. Especially in the first 24 hours, the more traffic you can get in the first 24 hours that you post the content, the more likely Google is to see that as a good signal and start to shoot you up the rankings. And then the last one is going to be create longer videos than you normally would for social media to increase your watch time. So there's a little bit of a balance there because you don't want them to be super duper long unless they're going to be really engaging and you really you've got a rabid following or like people will listen to anything you say. So let's say you do an hour-long video. If you do an hour-long video and they only watch 10 minutes of that hurts you in Google's eyes or in YouTube's eyes because they're not watching all the way to the end. So watching a greater percentage of the video is a signal that YouTube uses for this is a good video to show. But then number of minutes watched or watch hours of a video are also a signal. So you have to make sure that you've got a balance of that they're long enough so that you're getting that view time, but they're not too long to where they're getting drug out and you're really just playing for time, because if they don't watch to the end, it can start to hurt you as well. So I find that 3 to 5 minutes on social is a really good amount of time. It gives you enough time to really focus in on one topic and deliver value, like with these videos. This one's probably a little bit longer than I would prefer, but usually I'll do the top 3 things. With YouTube, it's a little bit more complicated, so I thought 5 would be a good number. So anyway, you want it to be a little bit longer than it is on social. So, 10 to 15 minutes seems to be a nice kind of sweet spot. But if you can't get all the information in those 15 minutes, or if it's something where you're showing someone that just takes a long time, and if they're interested, they're going to watch all the way to the end, you make it as long as it needs to be, as long as it's entertaining or educational, whichever is the point of the video. Then as long as they stick around, the longer it is, the better, if that percentage of viewers stays high. So just be cognizant of that. Don't try to extend things just for the sake of extending things. And hopefully you guys are starting to put more videos on YouTube. If you're trying to grow an online practice, there's few tools that are more impactful. I mean, there are people in our profession that have created 9-figure businesses pretty much off of YouTube and Facebook, and working them together and showing up when people are searching. So YouTube is just one more channel that you can increase your influence and let people know what chiropractic is all about, or whatever it is that you're going to be talking about. So hopefully this helped, and we'll see you on the next one.